Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Max, you excited for The Mandalorian and Grogu? Only in theaters May 22nd next year.
Yeah.
If you're searching for new adventure, this is the way.
Do I need to watch the show before seeing this movie?
I think the only episode you need to watch is the one with Jack Black and Lizzo. I think that's the
Which
only
one
one
is
you
that?
need to watch.
I don't
I
even
don't know.
know.
They're like a king and queen of a planet, I think. I only saw clips and it looked really bad.
I don't remember that at all. I just
I stopped watching at that point.
the last memory of Mandalorian I have is Mandalorian in the Boba Fett show, because that show is so bad.
It's really
And,
funny that they had a whole episode of that show that wasn't that show. It was a episode of a different show.
And it actually was like kind of crucial, right? Because he goes back for Grogu in that, which is like really dumb.
Grogu goes back in that, and then the next season they're just like, yeah, Grogu's back.
Yeah.
That's so stupid, man.
And the thing about it is that, like, Boba Fett really stuck in my mind because that final episode sucks so bad. It's really, really bad. Yeah, they do.
The Book of Boba.
And it's a shame because Cat Bane or whatever has a really good costume. It's like they really did a really good job on like transferring that design from, you know, a design into like an actual something that a human can wear.
I'm not familiar.
He's like the bounty hunter with like the hat. He's like the cowboy.
I don't know anything about Star Wars.
He's a Duros. He's like a Duros.
I don't
like
know
the
what
guy
that is.
The guy I
what
played.
that means.
Remember when we were playing Star Wars? I played the
No.
Duros.
I don't remember what they look like, dude.
They had big eyes. They have
You
blue,
like blue or something?
They have blue, yeah, and they have big forehead. They have big heads and big like bug eyes. Yeah. Whatever.
No, it's not familiar.
Well,
And he was like a
unfortunately-
bounty hunter.
Yes, he was like bounty
And he
hunter.
fought Boba Fett. Did he kill Boba Fett?
He's
Spoilers.
that's where
I didn't see the show.
Boba Fett's got his like the little hole in his, like, you know, he's got like a little tint in his helmet. That's from Cat Bane shooting him in the head. But of course he has a Mandalorian, which is like, he shouldn't have shot him in the head then, right? If he,
I
you
thought
know,
the TV show was set after. And he always had that ding in his head, didn't he?
I don't remember anymore.
Didn't the
I think-
TV
but-
show
but I
set
think-
after all
but-
of the shit happened in Mandalorian?
But I think they know, they knew each other before events of, you know, like, they're like all Star Wars stuff, like you know, all the background of you know, like it's all like Clone Wars show stuff, which just happens all before and shit, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all like history. They have history between the two characters, right? And that's the background for the dint in his helmet, is that Cat Bane tried to kill him.
The last memory of the Mandalorian I have was when he left my home. He said he'd be right back. And he never came back.
He went out to get some death sticks.
He went
And
out
didn't
to
come
get
back.
some Death Sticks. No, I remember Luke Skywalker turning up, and that season was already very bad, and then that happened, and I was like, alright,
They had
the
the
show
weird,
is no longer... show is no longer what I was enjoying from the first season.
yeah. They had the claymation Luke Skywalker that looked awful.
Yeah.
And
They did the same. They did. Remember, they had Grand Moff Tarkin.
yeah.
In the Rebel one. That was bad too. They didn't know what they were doing. They still don't know what they're doing. They had like a pretty good hit with Andor, but they're still scrambling. Like, fuck, what do we do with this momentum?
Exactly, because it's like Andor ended technically, right? It's like, what do you do now? You know, like, so they can't really continue that story because it's finalized in a way, right? And they said, I think there was like an interview where they were talking about how they had more, like they wanted to do more seasons, but like,
I think it was already hard enough to get the budget for the second season. You know, I think what Tony Gilroy wanted to do was sort of like a season for each of the Rebel One characters.
Yeah.
Like a season for the robot and a season for Jet Li. Was it Jet Li who played the monk?
I think so.
A season for him and a season for Jet Li's friend, who was like
That guy.
big pyrotechnic guy who's just kind of there. I watched that movie
Yeah.
again after Andor, and he just kind of turns up with the monk, and like, by the way, we're gonna follow you now. It's like, okay.
The Force told them to
All
do
right.
it.
The Force
I
told
bet, you
well,
know.
the Force led him to do it.
You can
and then the pyrotechnics guy was just kind of hanging out with him. I think they were lovers.
Well,
I think
that's
they might
very
have been,
deep. That's very deep.
I think
You
they
know
might
what they
have
say,
been
love is
doing
blind.
stuff.
You know.
True. Well, only one of them was blind though.
Oh. He catfished him.
That's maybe
I'm
he
blind
did.
too.
Maybe he did.
We're two blind lovers, and one of you can see. It's like, don't
Yeah,
tell him.
Luke Skywalker turned up and he said, "I have to take Grogu." And then before the next season even started, he gave Grogu back.
It's insane that they did that, right? Like that's
It's enough for you to people watching it should know, like, they don't think highly of you
yeah,
as a viewer. They
Yeah.
think that you're stupid.
yeah. It's jingling the keys and thinking that it's like, oh, you don't actually remember anything that happened. Who actually remembers what happened in the last episode? You know, like.
Do you remember how big Baby Yoda was in that first season?
do you mean?
Everybody was talking about Baby Yoda.
In that sense, yes. Do you think they
Everybody
knew?
was like, "I love Baby Yoda.
Do you
He's
think-
so cute."
Do you think they knew? They were like, we're cooking here. You know.
I
Like,
think
drew him.
they knew it was gonna be like. I don't think they knew it was gonna be that big. They were probably like, "This is probably gonna. We should get some merch ready, you know, because this is probably gonna take off. People are gonna think this guy's cute and are gonna want a little Baby Yoda." But then he blew up in a way. His main goal was to blow up and then act like he don't know nobody. That's how big he got, you know. He was like he was in interviews saying, "Who's Pedro Pascal?" Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah, of course.
That's true.
Forgot.
It's too good.
The
Too
guy
big
in
for it.
the, I've never seen him without the mask on,
Do you,
so I didn't
do you think
realize.
this movie is gonna be his downfall? That's when it hits him.
Pedro Pascal?
No, the Baby Yoda. He's gonna be like, "Fuck, people are
No,
kind
he
of
already
over
had
me."
he already had his downfall, man.
Oh, when?
They tried to name him.
That's true.
He came in and he was like, "I want people to stop calling
That's-
me Baby Yoda.
yeah.
I want to have like an actual name. Call me
or
Grogu."
I'm out. Like I'm out of
Yeah.
production. Like I'm
Yeah,
never
yeah.
coming back. And it's like
You're gonna have to find a replacement, and good luck.
It's like, fuck. What do we do?
They
We
were
have to
trying
give it to him.
He was trying to brainstorm. They were trying to brainstorm any name but Grogu, but he was adamant on Grogu.
Yeah.
And then they dropped that little reveal in. All of a sudden, nobody gives a fuck anymore.
Yeah. My father and my grandfather and the father before him was called Grogu. I wanted to immortalize them through this character I'm portraying on TV, and everyone's making fun of it.
Yeah.
Nobody's using it. Everybody says it sucks. You know?
He went over all of this in his episode on Inside the Actors Studio. But yeah, no, he kind of threw everything away. And since then, it's just been a pain, you know?
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to call him Grogu. They have to make this whole movie called The Mandalorian and Grogu just so people have to call him Grogu.
I am real. You know? I am Grogu. And that's the
It's
thing.
difficult, though, because none of the characters would have a reason to call him Baby Yoda because they don't know who Yoda is. It's kind of tough. You kind of just have to keep calling him the baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's
Lone Wolf and
unfortunate
Cub.
that they had that idea that like Yoda is like one of a kind in a way, right? Like he's so like his race.
They
of
did,
beings
yeah. He
is,
was
like,
very
so-
important. They gave
have-
him like there was like a lady called Yaddle. and that
Yaddle,
was
yeah.
it.
You can't,
With Yaddle.
and it doesn't have the same ring, Baby Yaddle.
No,
But
yeah.
maybe it's like
Yaddle
okay.
already sounds like a Baby Yoda name.
That's true.
You know, Yoda and his son Yaddle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
Yeah.
instead they went Yoda and Grogu. Grogu. You want me? That sounds like a command.
Yeah.
Grogu.
Grow goo to the poles. That sounds like that, right?
Mandalorian and Grogu to the polls.
Yeah.
They put out this trailer. Have you flicked through this trailer, Max?
Somewhat, yeah. I saw him going for a sewer.
Doesn't look very good.
They had the guy with a double bladed thing that he cut a guy in half. Isn't it awesome? That's how they like get around the fact that they don't want to show violence, as they just cauterize the wounds. So it's like technically like less violent, although I don't think being cut in half is like honestly it's one of the most violent things you can do.
Well, it's sort of like extreme violence and extreme gore, kind of a too cartoonish to feel truly violent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Brawl in Cell Block 99 can sometimes feel. I think it has both ends of it, where you'll have like a fucking Vince Vaughn scrape a guy's face across the ground.
Yeah.
And it's like really super violent. But then you'll have regular moments where he's just like, they're just punching and fighting. And those feel almost more violent because they feel very real.
Real, yeah. Where he's like he's moving so slowly, but when he lands a hit, like he just fucking punches the guy down to the ground in that one hit. Yeah. It's
Good movie.
It's a really good movie.
I
need to watch the other movie you watched.
Dragged Across Concrete.
Yeah.
That's a good. I feel like it's not as good, but I think you'd enjoy it. I think it's the weakest of the three, but it's still quite a cool movie.
Interesting. It's got Vince Vaughn in it too, right?
It does have Vince Vaughn in it. It's
Vince
his Vaughn and Mel Gibson.
What if you were a director? What actor would you pick to be your like baby, your baby Yoda? You think that you put in every movie, you know? Ari Aster's got like Joaquin Phoenix, you know, he puts in movies.
Yeah, 2 movies.
Yeah, but he's gonna continue putting him in movies, I bet.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe he won't make movies at all anymore after what happened. But yeah. Anyway.
After what happened? Who would be my go-to guy?
Yeah, Tom Cruise. I feel like you would really enjoy having Tom Cruise as like.
No, I wouldn't.
He's your baby.
I couldn't handle all that.
You couldn't become a Scientologist to have Tom Cruise. I feel like you would have to be, right?
I think I have. I feel like I have an answer for this, but I don't know. I need to open up my Letterboxd diary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, him is not doing well, man. It's sad. It's sad to see.
I'm interested. I might just watch it at home instead of going to the cinema to see it.
Yeah,
but I might just wait for it to come out because I'm interested now that people are saying that it's like not too good. I'm like interested in what way is it not too good? You know what I mean? Because like the concept seems interesting, like the society of athletes, right? And the community is can be very like taxing on a person, right? To be the best, like in terms of being athletic, and it's a good foundation for a horror. So I'm like, I wonder how it failed to deliver on that, you know?
I think I'd like to be in charge of I'd like to be in charge of like the last few years of John Goodman's life, I think.
Okay.
He's on the downswing now. He's definitely like taking less stuff. I want to be in charge of his stuff. He can be my he can be my Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. You know? You're like put the weight back on. So, no, please.
Like our doctor said I can't.
Please, Ben, no. It's like, we need you for this movie. We need you to be big again, you know?
Alternatively, maybe CGI Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's a pretty...
I'm going to try and buy the rights to Philip Seymour Hoffman's image and create a holographic version of him that I'm in control of.
You can get his son to then put his face over him.
I don't think his son's gonna like that I have control, so I'm gonna have to just.
They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice in this scenario.
I know. I'm just saying I'm sure he's gonna be very vocally against it. And just to be clear, I'm not putting him anything weird. I just mean that it's ghoulish to do.
Yeah, definitely.
ghoulish for me to do
Remember when they had that Steve McQueen movie that was supposed to come out after
No.
and they had to have him CGI'd in, like completely CGI.
You sure you're not thinking of the director, Steve McQueen?
I don't remember.
Different guy.
Is it
I'm
a
just
different
kidding,
guy?
I'm sure you're not.
Okay.
There's a director called Steve McQueen. He did Hunger, 12 Years a Slave. You know, his name
Okay.
is Steve McQueen.
No, I was thinking of the dead Steve McQueen
Yeah,
that
you
died in a
mean
car
the-
crash.
Yeah.
That then in Crash, they were recreating that crash and having sex in those cars afterwards. That's Steve McQueen. That's the Steve McQueen I was thinking of.
I'm Ben. This is Max. And we're the hosts of Dead Ensigns,
Yeah.
the number one
What have we been talking? Star Wars?
posthumous enthusiast.
That's pretty good, yeah.
We love posthumous releases. What's your favorite posthumous performance? Favorite
thinking-
They Died movie comes out.
Does it have to be an actor?
I mean, I guess not. Now that you ask the question,
I
was
like
thinking actor, but
I
mean,
like
whatever you want.
when Kanye West did the hologram for Kim of her dad, and he was like, "You have such a good husband." He's like, "He's such a
Oh,
good,
yeah.
great man."
I
That's
forgot
my
about
favorite
that.
performance.
That's a
The
good
post-
choice.
That's my favorite
That's a
posture.
good.
And it's a
I forgot
hologram.
you
It,
did that.
it has to be a hologram too. It can't be a flat picture. You know, it can't be.
That's fucked up.
I know, isn't it weird? It kind of reminded
I
me of that.
completely forgot that you did
Where
that.
he also like written what he said. It's awesome, isn't it? That you could like, if you're rich enough, you can do that. Like you could like get
that's
like a
weird,
studio to create a hologram of your wife's.
Do you think
dead
that was? Do you think you
dad.
went the Weta effects for that one?
I guess.
He's
I
like,
don't
they're
think
the best in the damn biz. You see
You think-
Avatar, you know, Better Man, Planet of the Apes movies. They
Okay.
fucking great effects.
Well, only the best for Kanye, I would imagine. The best
CGI is
hologram.
phenomenal.
But what's your favorite performance? Posthumous performance?
It'll probably be one battle after another.
What's in there?
I have a firm belief that Leonardo DiCaprio will incidentally die in the next 2 days.
No.
I don't really believe this. This is false.
Do you know something about that we don't know?
No, but Christ Talk does. Christian
Oh.
TikTok, Max. The apocalypse is tomorrow.
Is it? I'm
Apparently.
not prepared for that.
It's apparently tomorrow, Tuesday, as of our recording.
Is it specifically the rapture, like the rapture apocalypse, where
Yeah,
like
I think
people
it's
gonna
the
get
rapture is happening on
it's
Tuesday.
gonna be left behind? Do you wanna
Supposedly.
do you wanna survive like together after we get left behind, or are you not getting left behind? You're not expected to.
I'm
that.
gonna be honest. I don't even mean this in like too cynical a way, you know. I don't even mean this to be like edgy and funny. I
Yeah.
feel like if there was a rapture, not a lot of people would be going away.
Ooh.
I feel it's like hypothetically, if it did happen, the
Yeah.
fucking 0.0000001% chance that there actually was a rapture, I really don't believe anybody would be going.
Yeah. But then I guess it's also the rapture is like the apocalypse after like it happened. There's a apocalypse that happens. It's like a natural.
No, I know the
Apocalypse. Oh,
armies
is
of
it-
Satan and stuff.
Yeah. We'll have a
But
lot of
it's
people to
like-
fight it then, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. We'll still have all the fucking entire military,
Yeah, exactly. All of the military will
the
be here.
weaponry,
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
all the people with the nukes who can
All
just
the
nuke Satan.
All the dogs are gonna go to heaven. Though.
Not all the dogs.
Oh well.
There are
was,
some dogs that are not.
The dogs
they're
would
not
go
right.
to heaven, and I would go faith restored in humanity. That's what I would say to
Yeah,
myself.
true.
I look
But
at a
you
dog.
know what? At that point, you won't be able to pet a dog anymore.
He'll be like, I'm
Do you
in
really
hell.
want to live at that point?
I'm in literal hell right now. That's what I would say to myself.
Can I pet the dog Twitter account? Just tweets out no, because they're all gone.
It's all
They all left. They all got sent to heaven.
They also got removed from all the media too. Like they're gone. Like there is the dog meat from Fallout 4. He's gone. You know, he's not there anymore.
Dog meat sucked, man.
In Fallout 4, he did.
And
I liked
3, man.
I liked Rex from New Vegas.
Rex was awesome in New Vegas, but Fallout 3 dog meat fucking sucked, man.
That game in general sucked. It was
Yeah,
I was one of the bigger like I think I had multiple from that point on, but at the time when I did buy like the big edition because I was so excited. I loved Fallout.
You're talking about Fallout 4 though.
Fallout 4, yeah, I'm talking about Fallout 4. And yeah, I did buy the like ultimate edition for that game. Not like collector edition, but like, you know, like the one that gives you all the garbage, you know, that like
What
DLCs
a
and
fucking sucker.
And it was so bad. I didn't even finish that game. I didn't.
Yeah, I haven't bought a big collector's edition for anything in a while.
No, I haven't. It wasn't a collector's. It was like the fucking Game of the Year edition or whatever they call it, where you get all the DLCs. You prepay for the DLCs, basically. Like a chum, basically. That's what I did.
Chump? You mean
chum bucket. But yeah, I got to I distinctly remember I got to your son. Give me a sec, because that's a location. What were we talking about?
You were mentioning Fallout 4.
Oh yeah, back.
And we're back.
Jesus, fucking go away. Notifications.
Okay, sorry.
Let me just.
No, you're not talking about me, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah, I would never say that to Ben. He would say that to me, but I would never say that to him.
Sometimes you just get too annoying.
Yeah, I know.
I, on the other hand, am always perfectly balanced.
Yes, exactly. Just like Grogu. When he was in that interview,
they call me the white Grogu.
Screaming at the interviewer. It was like, call me by Grogu, because she accidentally said Baby Yoda to him by accident, and he went ballistic. But anyway, you find your son. Spoilers for Fallout 4. It turns out
old man.
He's an old man. You find a baby boy. He's got a synth that's himself. And then I stopped playing the game.
I also got to that point and stopped playing, but before that, I shot the sun and he died.
No.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I was expecting it to do the Fallout thing of like they like crouch down and they go and then they get back up after a bit, but no, he like died, and I laughed and I was like, that's crazy. And then
you find the synth parts inside and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't kill my son, you know, because it was a synth.
No, I just turned the game off.
You just
I was like, all right, that's enough Fallout 4 for me. But screw that game. That game sucked.
Yeah. Name a different game. Is there any other games out there?
Do you want to know a game that's fucking good and fucking awesome as hell, man?
Is it? Okay.
It's called Castle Crashers.
Oh, they had made a DLC recently where you can draw your things, right? You can draw things for yourself, right? Or something, I think.
Did they?
I don't know. I feel like there's like
that was just meant generally. It was awesome. I don't know if they updated
you can customize. You can make a custom
Remember you had
knight.
the shitting deer, the deer that you jump from the deer that was shitting and stuff.
That's true. Yes, you did.
Crazy. Man.
There was
the big troll,
and then you fight your friends for the princesses.
And the game had pirate ninjas in it. How crazy is that?
It was around that time. Yes.
Anyway, a slightly less interesting game than that is Expedition 33.
Mm-hmm.
Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
Which is the French way of saying white and black.
No matter.
It's a variation of chiaroscuro shading, which is like heavy whites and blacks and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Expedition 33. Finally played it finally finished it. You finished it a good bit of time before me.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I caught up. And now here we are. We've both finished it.
Yeah, spoilers, I guess, for Expedition 33, because we're probably not going to hold back for much longer talking about. We're just eager to talk about it.
Max, what did you think of this game?
I really enjoyed that game. Once I got into the rhythm of like just getting through it, I did struggle to kind of just step away from it, and basically I really wanted to consume it in its entirety, except for the final boss, the Simon, the optional boss. But that I really couldn't even bother at this point. I played the game for a very long time. At that point, I was like, I'm not. I couldn't. Yeah, but I really enjoyed the fact that the game, like, that's the thing. I don't have much of a reference because I don't really play JRPGs or any turn-based combat like RPG games, you know. So like don't have much of a reference to, because what this game reminded me of is games like Slay the Spire and things like that, like roguelikes, deck builders, things like that, where you can really play around with builds and synergies between different characters, moves, and just the amount of, what are they called? Curios? What are they called, then? Pictos that you can pick is insane, you know, like it's a huge gigantic list that allows you to just play around with it and create synergies and interesting play styles, you know, that you can kind of pretty much focus on whatever way you want to play the game.
It's almost overwhelming.
It is, that is true.
And by almost, I mean definitely is overwhelming.
Yes.
To a certain point.
And for someone that... there was a point where I was like, oh, let's look at some of the builds. It is very funny to look at guides, build guides for this game, because all of them are like, equipped all the Pictos that are like, never get hit and multiply your damage. I'm like, that's not a good build. I'm struggling to not get hit. Or like, perfect parry throughout the entire match and you'll do so much damage. And it's like, throughout the entire battle. And it's like, that's not a, you know, like, and it's like every single character ends up with that build, you know. It's like I can't use this build because I'm missing parries,
I mean,
you know?
it's a difficulty. It's the same thing that happens in like Souls games.
Yes,
you know, the most optimum builds are the ones that ultimately reward you greatly for playing excellently. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, the best thing you can do in a lot of Souls games is just get really, really good at dodging and parrying, and then do that to everything.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, just do that.
This is sort of the same in this one. There's lots of Pictos that are like, you receive double damage, but you also deal double damage. And it's like, receiving double damage isn't an issue because you have the ability to completely nullify damage in this game all the time.
That's
true. Dodge it, or you parry it, or you chroma it, or you jump it.
Or you jump it, yes. It's like it's a bop it. It is a bop it.
You shield it, even.
It's a bop it. That's true. You can just take it on the chin. It's a bop it sort of mechanic, right? When it comes to enemies, fighting enemies. But yeah.
What did you sort of, with that in mind, what did you sort of land on by the end of the game? In terms
what do you mean,
of how
like,
you were
in
playing
terms of
with your characters?
what did I ended up really focusing on Mael as my main like insane damage dealer, focusing on burns and multiplying burns, and then using obscure, what are they called, the gradle attacks or whatever they're called? What are they called?
The gradient
attacks that could multiply burns, and I think I once stacked like 600 burn stacks on a single character, or a single enemy. So it's you know, like, and it was like the build was good enough that even, and because there are enemies that are, of course, resistant to fire.
Yeah, they'll be immune to the burn.
Yeah, exactly.
Absorb fire or something.
Exactly, stuff like that. But like, I think I was even able to kill some of them because I was just doing so much damage that I was just able to outdo damage to them from their healing, you know. And it was she was like my main driver. There was a point where Versa was pretty good for me, but I once I landed on that build with Mael, I really like just started sweeping bosses and stuff like that with it, you know.
I think for me, it was like I ended up with every character basically like having initial first turn bursts, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then just kind of like surviving until I could do it again.
Yeah.
Making sure that you start with like a shit ton of AP. What I liked on Verso is that I got a weapon that allowed him to have a turn after base attacking. And then you could also make it so he can get AP on base attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So you just attack and you get like 4 AP immediately. So I can max out my AP on one turn immediately and then just go straight into like his super duper attack.
Yeah.
And you can get stuff that increases his perfection like a lot quicker as well. So you can do those at a stronger thing. So I was trying to get like big first turn bursts on every character. For me with Mael, I liked her starting in like Virtuous Stance, where she has the 200% damage increase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I just do like the Gustav's Homage move. I don't know if you ever got that one.
Yes, it's
like a bit of a hidden ability.
Because I used the Gommage most of the time, and Gommage like this like.
See, I don't use gradient attacks too much.
Like
I don't really strategize around them because you have to build to them a lot.
Yeah, and that's really cool that we were able to kind of, because
you can have so many crazy different builds.
Exactly, and I really focused on focusing using the Gommage, and I had a lot of pictures that helped me charge up the whatever, the special bar or whatever, to use those
gradient meter,
the gradient meter. And like I had a thing where I was actually building Mael. It's kind of funny, where she was stanceless most of the time because she would get crits in stanceless stand with the weapon I was using. So I was just so it is funny that I basically optimized her out of the mechanic she had, which is the different stances she has.
I mean, they kind of like, that's kind of like a great thing that the devs have done in the game is that they've given you a lot of options, even to if something is like too complicated or too fiddly for you, there are options to try and break out of the base part of the game, where it's like parrying and dodging, obviously.
Yeah.
There is two very obvious ones. Parrying is supposed to give you more rewards than dodging because it's a tighter window, you know?
Yes.
But you can make it so that your dodges are actually really good with Pictos, and you have to spend a bit more resources to get there. But at the end of the day, you can be like, parrying's too hard, dodging is easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to put resources into making it so I can get more from dodging.
Yeah.
And that spreads out across the whole game, you know?
And also even
all
like
Verso's
mechanic, which is the perfects, you know, where he builds up the perfect meter.
The style meter.
DMC
grade.
But you can, I think there's a weapon that reverses it if it increases your style with getting hit. So it's like
there's one that's based on health percentage, and you're at S rank when you're at 10% HP. And then you can also get things that will make it so that you start at 10% HP as soon as the battle starts. And stuff like that.
So it's awesome. Really awesome that like this game allows you to. And it's honestly, I started looking at guides like after I finished the game, because I was just interested in what people were building.
It was near the end of the game that I was more like, okay, let's see what other people are doing, because I'd already covered it. I'd made my way there on my own momentum at that point. So I was like, all right, let's see what other people have got going on. And then I look at a couple and I'm like, I'll just figure out myself.
Exactly. Because sometimes it would be like, get this Picto and stuff, and it will be like, I don't have it. I have to go there, and now I have to like travel and try to find it. Or it could be in a world somewhere, and you're like trying to find it, and it's kind of difficult to find sometimes, you know. Like it's but yeah,
Well, I think
mechanically,
that was kind of a bit of a problem for me in the game, and that I had come to appreciate by the end. Mm-hmm. Is that for a good majority of it, I felt absolutely clueless when I was upgrading and leveling up stuff. Mm-hmm. I was just kind of like just putting points in places, kind of like, I guess this is good. I don't know. I never really felt like I was getting stronger per se, but then by the end of the game, I kind of I had come to an understanding with how I was actually building my characters, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I did also, I think, didn't pay much attention to what I was building at the beginning of the game. And the thing is that the cool thing about the game is that it gives you so many rerolls or whatever, like repaints, is that what they call them? Or recoats, where you can spend them and just literally gives you all your points back, all your things, and you can reassign them except I think the points that are used for Pictos, I think, the equivalent they don't get. Reset. I don't remember though.
Well, it's because that and weapon upgrades are farmable.
Yeah, okay.
You can just go to an enemy that consistently drops Color of Lumina for the Picto points.
Yeah.
And just keep grinding against them until you have like 1 million points on every character, basically. It's the same with weapon upgrades, but weapon upgrades obviously have a hard limit of like a max level. And you can just grind those as well. Go to the specific enemy that drops, the catalyst you need, and then just fight them over and over. Reset the area, fight.
I don't think I ended up doing that much grinding. I think only I haven't done much grinding when it comes to items. I mostly grinded when I needed like levels. I think that's what I was grinding.
I'm doing a bit of both, especially now, because I enjoy when I find like a nice, good, like quick and easy grinding spot. I really get stuck in.
You're getting your mindset, your classic RuneScape mindset of AFKing things.
No. It's actually more like the one that I really fell in love with was it was one of the Kingdom Hearts games, Birth by Sleep. You have to make your abilities and stuff in that game, and it requires like fusing them together and stuff. And when you fuse them, you have to like upgrade them as well so that they get higher level, and then you fuse them. And what I would do is I would just like I'd have up a guide on my other screen, like, okay, to make this, you got to get this and this. To get those ingredients, I need to get this and this and fuse these, and just have the tree, and then I just run around the one level over and over for like hours and hours until I have all of the abilities that I want on the character, you know?
Yeah.
And I find it very satisfying. And it's the same in this game. I'm in one at the moment where I've completed the game, obviously, but there's a lot of the side content that I avoided because I wanted to finish the story before today. And I'm in one of the end areas, and it's like I go to the flag, reset the area, walk over to these 3 guys, fight these 3 guys, try not to get hit once so I can get super duper experience.
You do, yeah.
They drop 3 material for weapon upgrades every time, like the purple top one. Go back to the flag, rest, repeat, and I just do that for like a couple hours. Because I just get stuck in. It's just like it's fun. It's fun to me.
Yeah,
I get a nice little like cycle, you know, a nice little routine going.
Yeah, I had it's
good. It's fun.
I did it in a way. Unfortunately, I did cheese it quite a bit because I did find a couple of guys that gave a lot of XP, and they were super easy, and I could kill him in a single turn with a verso like slash across all of them.
I think they set up areas like that. Like they feel very clear and present when you see them.
I don't know if you've been to that area. It's the guys that literally kill you your expedition at the beginning.
That's what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah, I'm doing that.
that area, like they're super easy, and they were like I could slash him, literally kill him in a single turn, and they give you a lot of XP. So I was like, this is a perfect spot, which is really like cathartic, I guess, in a way. We
That's
would
what
imagine for these characters,
good.
for these characters to be able to come back to this area where they lost all their friends.
I mean, there's that at the beginning of Act 3. There's another easy one where if you go to the like frozen mountain zone, the one that's too difficult to go to early on, and the very first like group of 3 fire dancer lady Neverons, is so easy to take them out if you just like exploit the elemental weakness stuff. You do it in like one turn, and they do a lot of experience at the very beginning of Act 3, and you can very quickly like just boost yourself up, and it just feels so good. I don't know, it's just fun to me. It's like, really fun to do a little bit of grinding.
It's
you find
weird.
the right spot.
Like it is strange because it was a like that's the thing. Sometimes you get a game where you're like just enjoying playing it. You know, you're just enjoying all the aspects to it, and I think like Clair Obscura was one of those games for me.
This is that's one of the biggest issues I had in this game, is that this fucking like speedball just punches your serotonin gland, you know?
Yeah.
It's like if you get in a groove and you just get and parry everything and you just start like clearing through stuff, you feel like the fucking biggest ball motherfucker ever.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, nothing can stop me. But then you get to like one encounter that just wrecks your shit and you can't get the timing. And for me, it was like an immediate drop, and I'd be like, why the fuck am I playing this fucking game? I fucking suck at this shit. What the fuck am I doing, man? Like, I'm fucking uninstall this shit because I fucking suck. And then I wouldn't play it for like a day, and then I'd come back, and then I'd start beasting on some other guys instead. And I'd be like, this game is the fucking best game that anybody has ever made. And this is the most incredible experience. I'm the strongest, most badass guy in the world.
And the cool thing is that
for so long,
that this game really lets you do that. Like it lets you go back, grind, and make sure that you could kind of level yourself up. It has like a built-in difficulty in a way, where it's like you can't make it as hard as you can. You can literally just sit at a boss that you're under-leveled for and just bash your head against it until
if you want,
it.
You can just keep chipping away for like 2 hours and beat a boss that you're like 10, 15 levels under-leveled for. If you are a complete masochist. And I mean, they even in Act 3, they give you the opportunity to turn everything into that by giving you the multipliers. Just
that
being
is
like,
true.
do you want to give this boss 100 times HP? Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now this thing literally has, not even like hyperbolically, it has 6.5 million HP. Have fun.
Yeah, exactly. It is interesting.
I really like, but you know,
not for me, definitely not for me. It is. I do really appreciate devs that do those things where they're like, there are people out there that will do this, and we cater to them, even though.
Well, I think that's the thing, that they did it because there was like mods for it.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't there on launch. It was that people had mods that were like enemy HP times 100 mod, you know?
Just the
enemy attack times 100. So they were just like, just fucking put it in the game. It's just a multiplier at the end of the day. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah.
It's just a little switch that goes 100 times all stats on enemies. And then go.
It's a guy called Timothy Timing, and he's perfect at timing, and he loves playing Clair Obscura.
I mean, if you're I mean, look, if you're the kind of person that has like a fucking incredible memory, you'll be good at this game because you only need to learn the parry timing once. There's not too much variation. Once you just know the timing of like, oh, okay, this is the tell, you know, that's when you actually press the button.
Yeah,
because obviously a lot of I don't know if I like it or I don't like it, but there's a lot of like difficulty in some bosses that come from just having the fucking jammiest animations, you know.
Sometimes, like
Of just having like this so much build up, and it's trying to fake you out constantly, and then eventually it hits, and you've missed it because
I sometimes
Smooths
didn't like
around so
enemies that
strangely.
were like large in a way, like because you didn't know where that hitbox is, that moment where you have to hit it, you know. Like there was, I don't know if you probably seen those. Like I've learned more the timing rather than the tells. It's the spiky ice thing.
the stalact,
Yeah, because they're like very finicky when it comes. Like
Yeah,
they
they're
just
weird, they're
they
weird.
just kind of go zigzag. They're huge. They kind of go from side to side, and you just like I was like I just have to learn the timing.
Yeah,
rather
because
than
they have two swipes at the beginning of the head,
Yes.
which is tricky, but the
yes.
stomps they do afterwards are easier.
Yeah, exactly. But
'Cause
the
they're just, like,
swipes are
stomps, you
like
go, the
weird,
arms
you know. Yeah.
Swipes are
Uh,
weird.
But like those sort of attacks where it's like a weird like shove or like kind of stuff like that, I was like I always struggled with. Maybe it's just my
Dancey
thing, but
all the dancey moves and stuff.
yeah. But like but it's incredibly satisfying to just kind
Oh,
of
it feels
bash
so fucking
your head against. Especially, I think there is a. I don't know if you've probably been to the location, but if you weren't doing side, there's the tower that you do.
Yeah,
like
I
a
haven't
challenge
done the tower yet.
Yeah.
I was saving because I was like, this will probably take a bit, so I'll just
I
save
was-
this for after.
I was laughing a little bit to myself because I was like playing that tower, and it has finite amount of challenges. It's not a spoiler, I guess. Yeah, it's like there's a finite amount of challenges, and I was like, I would just play this, but like an infinite mode, you know, where you just like.
I mean, I think
like
I can see them doing. I don't
like
know
a
if they will. I
DLC
don't know anything
or
about
something.
Sandfall Interactive. No, I don't even a DLC. I can see them just doing it as like a anniversary update or something. You know,
Yeah.
just like a year, maybe a half a year later, just being like, here's a big update to the game. This is it, definitive now. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
like fix up some stuff, but then also just be like, by the way, we added like a true the way the game is set up with its skills and its upgrades and its weapons,
Yeah.
you could really easily make like a roguelite mode.
Yeah,
for this
exactly. And
game.
I was like, I would.
you could just be like, you go into it with Verso, and then
Yeah.
after like 2 battles, you get the choice of like 2 different skills you can learn, or like
Yeah,
5
like a
pictos, you get to
companion or
choose a
something,
couple.
whatever.
Yeah, and you just do that and see how far you can get.
Yeah,
and then
exactly. And I would,
have
and
a
I was
loop,
like,
and it
I
would
would
be really easy to design.
I would play that, you know. I would definitely. I am a roguelike sucker, so I would definitely enjoy just like a continuous stream of challenge, you know, that you can just do.
But higher
Yeah.
priority than that. Okay, this is the biggest criticism of this game
Mm-hmm.
overall. Even more than the like maybe not very good optimization a lot of areas, at
Yeah,
least for my
you had
PC. Which
struggled,
like it's
yeah.
it's kind of a little old, but I was getting some the area that really pissed me off was inside the monolith. That tanked
Yeah.
for some reason.
Okay,
that was
that's
like
interesting.
bordering on like I don't know if I'll be able to get through this zone properly because it's
Mm-hmm.
like because it's a really long area with lots of
It
like
is.
layered things and lots of layered areas and effects and
Yeah,
lighting.
because you're
and-
basically going through
and-
all the
and
areas
different
in
models
the game.
and shit. Yeah, a mini version of like every
Yes.
major story zone.
Yeah.
And oh my god, it was destroying my PC. It clears up by the end because I think they put in some proper like
I guess
loading zones. I guess you know.
despawns, yeah,
yeah.
Like your computer doesn't have to load that shit in.
Yeah,
And-
but oh my god. But more than that, more than those complaints,
Yeah.
is just the small quality of life details.
Okay.
Of a mini map for
Yeah.
areas would be
Yeah.
good. Just like a simple little thing to show some corridors so you can look at it and go, oh, there's a little corridor I missed or something, you know. There's
Yeah.
a little turn or corner that I missed. Because as beautiful as the areas in this game are, they're gorgeous. The designs
Mm-hmm.
are incredible. It's visually hard to tell where there is places to go
It's
sometimes.
Pretty cluttery
Especially when
again,
there's because
yeah.
it's like there's so many areas that are like perfect height to jump up to. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh, this looks like a ledge, or this looks like a little hill I can walk up to and go up. And then you go up there, and it's like, no, sorry, don't you stop, go away. You're not supposed to come up here. And it makes it difficult because sometimes there's so many just like little corners and alleyways and corridors with a secret boss
Secrets,
or a
yeah.
picto or a
Yes.
weapon or
This
or
game
whatever
does
little resource.
want you to search for that stuff. Like, it's encouraging
It wants you to search, but
do that.
it ends up creating a situation in which the searching just becomes, I guess I'm just going to rub my character model against some of these stuff until it gives and it lets me through, because sometimes it's a little difficult to tell.
Yeah,
I don't think you need to have like a detailed map, just like
Yeah.
a little like gray shape that fills out as you go
Yes,
down it, like
because,
a
like-
fucking restaurant menu, kids menu maze.
Yeah, there was like that's true. Yeah, like I there was
would
like
go a
moments
long
like
way.
I don't know if you what were they called, the big guys, the big bosses? What are they called?
The axons.
The Axon, the siren. In that
So
area,
much of that is impossible. You there's no real clear distinction of like which way is progression and
Yes,
which way is
exactly.
not.
And
Some
I
areas
was,
you go like, oh,
and it-
that's the area I have to go to, so I
Yes.
can go down this path because it's not going in that direction. This is probably the little like extra zone I can explore, but
Yeah.
that one is impossible.
Yeah, it's like that's the one where I was like, and also there are bits in the level where you have to go on an elevator.
Yep,
That
and
you have to wait
sit
and just
Yeah.
wait and sit there. So that was the very like annoying
it's
part of
annoying,
it, where
yeah.
you're like, have I been on this elevator before? Like I was like, am I? Because like, especially design wise, you go through fucking caves and like corridors in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, because you, I guess you get the reference point of the siren, but you don't get a clear reference of like, am I higher than I've been or lower? You know, it's like.
And
it's
in some situations, the areas can look really similar. You know,
Yeah,
a lot
yes.
of the caves just look the same as you walk around them.
That's
it's just
true.
like a cave. There's not really any significant landmarks. You
Yeah.
just need to keep a mental map, which is like not. I mean, it's not a huge issue at the end of the day, but
Yeah.
I mean, it becomes a pain later on when you are in the end game. You're in Act 3, and this is my second major complaint. And you want to go and pick up things you might have missed.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're like, I don't even know if I went down here before.
yes.
I've got no way of knowing. I go to a zone that on the world map that before was like red, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not like there's any distinction after I'm able to do it. If you go to a zone that you're not supposed to do early on, the entrance is like red and it says
Yeah.
danger. This is hard. Don't come in here.
If
But
you're
there's
a
no
masochist, maybe you can come in.
Yeah, but there's no distinction when you come back, so it just kind of becomes another zone that looks the exact same as every other zone you've already done in that area. So you kind of have to be like, you need to keep a list, you need to make notes, basically, as the game currently is, and just go like, okay, name of this area, come back, do it, come and check on it later to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a pain, and I don't think it'd be that bad to just have I don't know, maybe just make the aura green when you've collected all the collectibles.
That's
I don't know.
true,
And
yeah,
make the
like,
entrance have like a big green thing to be like, yeah, you're good, don't worry, you don't
Yeah,
have
'cause-
to come back in here if you don't know.
And you can't really argue that it's like, oh, it's gonna pull you out of like what's it called, immersion, because it's already
immersion.
going danger when it's
Yeah,
dangerous
it's already
for
fucking
you. So it's
warning
like,
you like not to go in, and it
like-
tells you when it's too easy. It turns
who's
blue
warning
when
me?
It's like
Is it the
super easy.
paintress? Is it the paintress warning me
I
not
mean,
to
it
go
might
in?
be. We'll get to the story, I guess. Because,
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. I wanted to kind of save that for the last bit. But yeah,
But those are my major complaints.
yeah,
And I mean, I
I-
don't know. I have a friend who also got it like a month or two ago,
Mm-hmm.
and fell off of it after a bit because it's just going through the areas is kind of really annoying sometimes.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
like it's just corridors with baked in assets at the end of the day, so it can become kind of frustrating trying to work out like,
it's
is this the direction I'm supposed to go? Is this an extra area? Have I been down here before? Is this just like a
yeah, for how beautiful this game is in the design and the artistry of it, and the way it does have a little bit of a feel of like this is an Unreal 5 game. It has that
for sure.
that aesthetic to it, and that's
This has
no,
this. It will.
it's not their fault, because it is definitely with the small team. If they had
they can't make
times
their own engine. That's a
yeah.
resource sink.
It's exactly. And but it's still a beautiful game.
You can never get rid of the slight the stink of Nintendo hire this man. It's
bit,
gonna if you use Unreal Engine 5, it's always gonna permeate a little bit because you'll just interact with it in such a way that will break your concentration, and you'll go, "Oh, this is a little bit of Unreal 5 jank." I recognize this from the million
the
other
particle
Unreal 5
effects,
games.
particle effects that are like
Particle
packaged
effects
and
everything,
stuff.
how smooth everything is, how nice it all looks. It's like sometimes it's too nice, and you go like, "This shit's Unreal Engine 5 as fuck." Man. It kind of pisses you off.
Yeah,
Even it's hard to get rid of, and like you say, I can't blame them. I'm not like it's not a complaint, but it's like it has its issues. It has its issues at the end of the day.
Yeah, but it's it is insane how how huge this game blew up from the team that made it. Like it's a very new studio, and just like having such a big
Ubisoft devs who got tired of it, basically.
Like, I'm tired of this fucking shit, and
I'm not gonna take it anymore. You just make your own studio, and they got a lot of help.
All the people at Ubisoft were like, "Are you crazy? You can't follow your dreams.
You're not going to make it out there.
You're
going to be in here making Far Cry 7 assets."
That's awesome. That's a really cool
Until
show.
your team gets shut down.
And lay you off. We'll lay you off, and then
coming. Sorry.
That would be very funny if like Ubisoft like tried to go like remember when Dark and Darker, and like Ubisoft goes after Claire Obscura because they're like, "You made up the idea while you were working for us." It's actually a Ubisoft property now.
Well, hopefully they didn't at any point pitch it to anybody. Like, can we make this game? Because then, sorry, Ubisoft probably owns that. There's usually like a timer on that sort of thing, though, of like, basically don't work on it again for like a year after you leave, and then after that it's like free. I don't know, all contracts are different. Read your contract carefully. If you're in a creative industry, they may own your ideas forever. You got to be careful.
But if you eat the contract afterwards, it nullifies it.
Yes. You also need to eat every electronic device with a copy of it on it, though. Including devices you may not own.
That's true. You gotta break in and eat the USB drives and the servers that is stored, the information stored on. Yeah, but
it's inspirational. It felt like to me. I think I've heard other people say this thing as well, but it doesn't. How do I say this? Not that it's not a modern and contemporary game, but it feels like, and I mean this in the nicest way, I mean this in a way that I think is awesome and I love about it. It feels like the kind of game that I go into Game Station in 2010 and I go to the pre-owned 360 games and I pick this up.
Because
it feels like it's got a culmination of all things about 2000s gaming in it.
And I feel like you might be right there, because when I initially saw this game on, like, I don't remember when it got announced, on like fucking Game Awards or some shit, I think they announced it on. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, I'm not interested in this. This looks generic as hell." It looks very strange, and it did give me a feel of like, I'm very not interested in this.
I'm not, and like, I was interested.
I was definitely not interested. But then I got all the opinions.
But I mean, also, it's like, it was a turn-based RPG, so of course you weren't interested until people talked about it.
Yes.
I do like turn-based RPGs, so I still saw it and I was like, "This is interesting. This looks cool." Visually, is very striking. But yeah, I mean, same for me though. It wasn't until people came back and they were like, "Wow, this game is phenomenal." That I was like, "Oh, I should probably definitely play that then."
Yeah, exactly. And then it's good that I had the motivation of like, oh yeah, you were going to play it, and I was like, oh, let's play it together.
Sure.
Because I wouldn't have given this game a chance basically if I didn't have that motivation, and that's.
But like,
that's
there's
why we make
something
the
about it. There's something about it that feels like Final Fantasy 13. And again, I don't mean that in like a specific. There's just something about it that feels PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 about it. You know, something. There's just a vibe that I can't quite nail down how to explain it, but it's in there for me, and it endears me a lot. It's one of the major things I love about it.
That's interesting. I can't. And like that's the thing. A lot of it, like I've been a PC gamer for a while, so like I can't kind of comment on that, or like
just
and
like
I haven't played
weird games. Weird games don't exist the same way nowadays as they did in like the 2000s. You know,
like I feel like nowadays weird games don't have that much of a risk. I feel like getting a weird game back in the day, it was like a risk. Like you would get it and it would like suck. Yeah. But sometimes you'll get it and you're like, oh my god. Like you this is the best thing. Yeah.
You didn't see a million trailers a day or anything.
Yes,
and you didn't have like a big front page of a website that would go, here's the hottest new games everybody's playing. You would go into Game and you would look through the like pre-owned section of stuff that other people just returned because they didn't want to play it anymore.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, let me have a look. What do we have here? What? And then you'd pick up some shit like Alice Madness Returns. You'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd play it for like, you'd get it and you'd maybe play it for a couple hours. Sometimes it'd be good, sometimes it'd be bad. Maybe you'd return it because you were like, this kind of sucked. I'm going to go get something else. And there's an aspect of that. Again, it almost sounds derogatory, but I mean it in like a loving way. There's something about that with Expedition 33. It feels like it's cut from that same cloth.
Are you saying it's a Skinamarink of video games?
Yeah, it's the Skinamarink. No. I think it's because a lot of its inspirations feel very 2000s as well. You know?
I guess, yeah.
With the turn-based aspect. Final Fantasy hasn't been fucking turn-based in ages. But this feels like a 2000s
an action RPG or whatever
they
call it, right?
Yeah,
That's
they've all been
it.
fucking action RPGs for the last 15 years. And that and like Lost Odyssey is a big one that people talk about, like a Japanese RPG. Devil May Cry. I mean the director of the game had like fucking Devil May Cry combo videos that he would upload to YouTube. I'm pretty sure. Like this is his fucking Final Fantasy 9 and all that. This game wears its inspirations on its sleeve like proudly. There's every like little mechanic in this game you could trace back to some other game, primarily from like the late 90s, the 2000s, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, that's why it feels like a culmination of that era, and it feels like a game that I haven't felt in since I was like 15. You know?
Yeah, and it's just
it's awesome. I love it. I love it. I finished it last night, and I was like, "That's beautiful." It's beautiful.
Yeah. And I just, in general, like even mechanic-wise, when it comes to the actual combat, the way menus interact, the way you interact with, you pick moves.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's so good. It's just so smooth. You like
it is, but it's also a little bit clunky.
yeah. It's you get the animations on everything that you do, where your character goes.
They spin around. You have the model right there in the screen. They spin around. You see the weapons changing out. You zoom in on their face. You change the pictos around.
Yeah.
You go into the wardrobe and you change their fucking hair and costume.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just the camera's flying around the whole time. You have the journals with all the pre-recorded fucking like expedition notes of other expeditions. Man,
and I don't know if you what your opinion is on this, but like I've never I was thinking that I would get tired of the animations, like the combat animations, but I never did. They never
it's stylish. It's all stylish.
They're stylish, and they with the way they're kind of they can, if you're really in a flow where you're like picking, you know exactly what you want to execute and how to execute. They flow into each other, like they flow.
And you think turns ahead as well.
Yeah,
You're always thinking like, okay, well, this is what I want to get to.
yeah,
And I need to generate the AP, the mana, essentially, or the gradient charge to get there. So you're all going like, okay, well, this character's going to do this, and this character's going to do this, and then the enemy's going to go, and then this character's going to do this, and then I'm finally going to be able to do the thing that I actually want to do, and pay off all the shit I've been building, you know?
yeah.
But on the animations as well, every single time I got a new skill, I was like kind of excited to do it, because I was like, I want to see the awesome animation they made of the character doing this, especially the gradient charges, because they all look fucking awesome, man.
They're very unique.
You were talking about it earlier, but the big high light damage move that Verso has to like all the enemies is fucking awesome, because he does the samurai thing where he fucking bends down, he grabs his sword and charges.
Yeah.
And then he fucking lets it go, and there's just a load of like fucking like white flashes on the screen, and they all get like it's so good. They really nailed it, and it's
what's she called? Not Mael. What? Nuna?
Ciel?
The healer, like the floaty one.
Maybe how you made her.
No, I guess it's like she has like.
You mean the mage, or do you mean the
mage?
One with the scythes? Yeah,
not
Lune,
the scythe.
Lune.
Luna is like animations are so varied, and in terms of her, elements, because she's like elemental mage, right, and stuff, and like all those moves all have such a unique animation to them, and there's so many of them.
Every character has their own fucking mechanic.
Yeah,
every character in your team plays differently. It's just, oh man, what a good game.
Yeah,
we haven't even talked about the fucking story.
Yeah, and the story is great.
The story is. I mean, we don't have to go through the whole thing, but I mean, it's like it ends up like touching on the processing grief like so beautifully.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
It's gorgeous, and the world building is crazy. I wasn't expecting it to. Spoilers. I wasn't expecting it to be. There's a world of like magical artists, basically.
Yeah, and it seems like there is an implication.
World is like there's a war between writers and painters.
Yeah, and it's so. And they're talking. And what they called the studio Sandfall is talking about the fact that they are going to make more games in this universe.
They want to do
so
more
it's
in
going to be
world. Yeah,
really interesting that they are talking about this, because like, maybe the next game is going to be like, the writers or something like that. That would be
interesting. Do fucking anything, man.
Yeah,
and it's all going to be French as fuck, because this game is French as shit, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah,
you got fucking English actors going merde.
Merde.
It sounds so stupid. Obviously, they got the French dub where it all sounds really natural, but they gotta have fucking Charlie Cox going putain.
Yeah.
But then they also just say fucking shit sometimes. It's really inconsistent.
Mon ami. Yeah.
You got lovely characters. We haven't even talked about Monoko, man. Monoko is awesome. Great Blue Mage. You got Esquie. Renoir. Eventually the Paintress. Alicia, Mysterious Girl.
All of this stuff is so... like...
and what it ends up actually being about is really tragic, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Like the reveal of like why the world is like this, and why everybody is, all their motivations is like, it's sad. It's a sad game.
And like just, versus thing, like of
Verso?
him not being a person, let's say that, right? Like
but none of them being like real,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I mean, what did you choose? There's a big choice at the very end of the game. What did you decide?
For
Who
the
did you
ending,
fight as?
I picked Verso, and
I also chose Verso. Yeah,
yeah. It's
it felt like a better conclusion, considering the other one would be, suicide for
suicide. Exactly. Right? Yes, that's
as a response to tragedy, it felt inappropriate.
Yeah, exactly, and it's seeing the ending, it does kind of imply something sadness, right? It's like the kind
definitely. Like, it's not. I mean, that's the thing they make clear at the very end, is that it's like it's all a difficult choice,
Yeah.
both endings are sad. You know?
Yeah, and it's
There's
yeah, and just
both are accepting death either way. You know.
yeah, definitely, and but I did kind of also felt for Verso as
Yeah,
this
definitely,
creation,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Of like this, he is a copy of a real person, right?
Yeah.
Knowing the fact that he is becoming someone else, right? He isn't that person, right? He is a different
yeah.
person. I felt a little bit like he has ownership of that world in a way, of that painting,
Sure. Yeah.
and he would also want his sister, right? Because like that's the thing. There is like I do love the fact that the characters are not black and white, but they're like so flawed. Like
They're complex.
just
They're
they're
complex
complex
characters.
and they're so poetically flawed in a way. Like Renoir's
And,
thing with
yeah.
like just being a concerned parent and seeing like your wife and daughter falling into escapism to death, right? Like it's and like
Nobody's, but even then, it's like his way of dealing with grief
Yes.
is also not healthy. You know?
Exactly, yeah,
Like he is
absolutely.
trying to close off the memory of, because that's what the painting represents, is the memory of Verso, their brother
Yeah.
and their son. It's his plan is to, in order to save Alicia and Aline, his wife,
Yeah.
is to destroy what little remains of him, you know.
Yeah.
And it's sad, and he's just trying to fight desperately to do that. Aline is consumed by grief. Alicia has lost all will to live.
Yeah.
Because she feels responsible. I mean, that's like such a grim. They touch on it like a little bit, but it's so grim that it's like all of the painted versions of their family is like Aline's interpretation of them, you know. So they're all a little bit different, but the painted version of Alicia is still like, not only is she still scarred, but she's like more scarred than the actual Alicia. Is like really dark, man. The implications of that.
Yeah, she blames her for what happened, and it hurts the creation even more than the reality. But yeah,
it really doesn't pull any punches.
Yeah, and it's just like the moment where you do the I guess technically it's also one of the I forgot the big ones, the big bosses.
Axons.
Axon is the tall, the climber or whatever.
The Reacher.
The Reacher,
Jack
where it's
Reacher.
like the representation of IL, and like he just wants
Alicia, you mean?
Alicia, and just Renoir just wants to see you climb, to see you fly. You know, I was like just.
It's sad.
It's so sad, and like just it's very much like, you know, like you hear the sad accordion play in the background basically when you hear this the story beats in this, and it does, and it's so good basically, like it's so hard to talk about because there's just so much, you know.
It's a really dense story, and that's not even touching on everything with like Mael being like a reborn version of Alicia, everything to do with Gustav and the
and her
Gommage
repeating
itself,
this, she's repeating the cycle of her she's losing her brother again. You know, it's like you know, it's just so good.
It's grief all the way down.
Yeah. And
nobody's
just
happy. Everybody's lost something or somebody. Even Monoko, the funny monkey.
Yeah, and just this world
is his friend.
This world created by children, right? And being corrupted into like this like horrible thing, because like the when they hit land, when the expedition hits, like it's like fucking insane. Like they get obliterated and. Like it's no
D-Day,
joke.
Man.
They get D-Day.
The painted Renoir comes up with his Nevrons and slaughters everybody.
exactly.
because
you
it's
know?
like it's but but then the reveal later on is that it was done in kindness. It's
Yeah.
all done in kindness.
Yeah,
The only
it's-
reason they die sequentially like that is because without it they would all die at once.
yeah, exactly. Because it's like
Like,
Renoir
God damn, man.
is trying to speed up the world, the structure
real
of the world,
Renoir, real
the
Renoir.
real Renoir, while the paintress is trying to keep it alive at all costs, and is
Being in the painting kills them slowly.
Yeah,
The longer they're in the painting, the more they lose their essence and then die.
through escapism you die basically. You disconnect
Like
from the real
linger in
world.
the past, you know. You're too. You're so consumed by grief that you're unable to move forward. You know.
Yeah,
You become stagnant and perish because you're so wrapped with the grief from the loss of this loved one. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Sael's storyline is very
So yeah, that was real.
the-
That was real because you get little hints of it, but it's not until
Yeah.
the end when there's the full. She just tells you the story of what happened and everything that it just like compounds.
Yeah.
Like the whole like her husband didn't even die from Gamage. He died in an accident.
Yeah.
And she tried to kill herself, but then was saved later on. We find out by Esquie all along.
yeah.
Because he heard her crying.
Yeah.
But she gets saved and she wakes up on the docks of Lumiere after trying to swim out to sea to drown, and then in going being treated by a doctor after that finds out that she was pregnant when she did that and ended up killing the baby. It's like Jesus.
Yeah, it's just
Christ,
horrible.
man.
But you know, she
fucked.
finds a will to live again and
And has sex with Versa.
yeah. I guess that's what your Versa did. Yes.
Is that an option there? I thought that was just
Like
because
you can have sex with Lumiere too.
you can what?
What is she called? The
Lune, you
mage. Lune.
No, but I mean, like, is there an option to not?
Yeah, you
Because
can just
the
tell her
impression
no.
the impression I got from the social sequences is that they were very linear.
No, you could tell her that you because it is very weird because like that. I think I know which dialogue option is because one is like let's go to the forest and hang out, and it's you have sex and it's like
No, I get, yeah, I
Uh,
get. I mean, I understood what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I understood that I was going, oh, they're gonna go have sex.
They're gonna
It
go
was more
boing.
like the way or at least the impression I got from all of the social sequences was that they were like linear scenes. You know, it wasn't like your options really mattered outside of like ending it there or continuing. You know.
I guess you can basically.
Because there's
Like-
like one
like,
with
if you-
I thought it was
if you-
like I thought they would all be like because there's one with Monoko where he wants to fight you, and if you say I don't want to fight, he just goes, oh, okay, whatever, and then you do the scene again, and he's like, come on, let's fight, and those are your options: is either to not do the scene or to continue. So I thought all of them
Oh,
were like that,
no.
and that you
You
don't.
can just not have relations
see. Okay.
with
All right.
these
Well,
these
I
women.
didn't give it enough credit then. I thought they were.
Or
linear
you can
scenes.
because like that's the thing if you pick one then the other one you close yourself out of the other one. So
yeah.
it's like that's the thing. Yeah. So
They
but
didn't,
yeah.
didn't close me out of the other one in my fucking game. I'll tell you that much.
Really? Okay.
Verso was a bit of a dog around the game.
Oh, okay. I think you have to do it
No,
twice.
I
maybe,
mean
or
I don't
something.
know. I think it's fine. They're like up against Oblivion, man. They're allowed to sleep around a bit. I think
And he's not real technically, so
he's also.
they're all not
real.
real. They're not all real actually. They're all
All of them are
just
real,
kind of
essentially.
yeah.
Which is why it's okay that at the end, you know, they all die because it's like
So
they're not
technically, all of the Rule 34 is canon.
fake people.
It's all they're all
anyway.
painting. They're all
Yeah,
painted.
they're all paintings. It's
I
true.
will. I'm gonna paint you, CL. I'm gonna paint you.
Um,
But yeah,
Esquie was nice. I liked Esquie.
Esquie was fun.
Good perform. Only VA that was the same in both French and English.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
well, I
That's
mean, you can tell because his accent is pretty heavy on the English.
That's true. Yeah.
He's the only one in the whole game that has like a French accent speaking English.
Mon
Everybody
ami.
else is like, what me day?
Yeah.
Oh, putain.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, mon ami. Au revoir.
I am a sucker for Esquie type characters in media,
Big-
where it's
big
like
goofballs.
big goofballs,
Big
but
funny
wisdom,
goofballs.
but huge wisdom. You know, like there's
Yeah,
wiseness
yeah.
to them. You know,
No, definitely.
they're able to make the characters process certain things.
The
through their-
emotionally intelligent.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and it's yeah.
But like subdued. It's not like he doesn't have any like. I think that's the thing. Too many things these days write characters too poetic when it comes to grief. You know, like they say stuff that feels pre-written. You know.
Yeah.
And I think the strength of a character like Esquie is that he's not overwritten, you know. It'd be very easy to have him say stuff that feels profound and poetic, you know.
Yeah.
But in reality, he's very children's book because he is
Yes.
literally like a child's character within
Yeah,
the world.
exactly.
The
Yeah.
kid Verso made.
Yeah.
So I think that the writing is. I mean, everything in the game is strong. There's like some quality of life issues and some technical like, oh, it doesn't run super well in these areas. It's not very well optimized because it's fucking like Unreal Engine 5 heavy asset game, you know. But everything else is just so stellar. I mean, it's like I don't know if it's the best game of the year, but I think it will easily win Game of the Year awards because it's an endearing development story, as well as just being like a fantastically produced game.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't think of that. That is true with the fact that it's a like a new studio. There's a really good. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, you might be
It's
right.
the same
I feel
thing
like
as like Disco
Game of the
Elysium,
Year.
I think, where it's just like you look at it and you go, "Wow, this is their first game. That's incredible. This is like one of the fucking like best games made of this decade so far."
You go out there, you try something one, and you cook so well. You know, like
Yeah. Hopefully they can keep the momentum for whatever
they
do
they continued, and
see.
hopefully they made enough money for another project. They're not gonna have to.
They made bank. They made bank, man.
They're not gonna be shackled by a production studio somewhere, a publisher. I mean, that's
Yeah, they're not going to have their. Well, hopefully not. They're not going to have the same issues that Zaum have. I mean, the publisher of the game is Kepler Interactive, I think, right?
I think so.
And I was looking them up, and they're like in. I mean, they're an indie publisher, but then they're also like cooperatively owned by different indie studios.
Okay.
So it's. I don't know.
So
They're in a good
it's,
situation. They're in
I
a good
bet
situation.
it's probably they just have like all the tools that are like for publishing are just centralized into this, so not they don't have to hire people separately for that. Yeah, that's something like that. That's a very good way of doing it. Actually, pretty smart.
No, I mean co-ops are good. Ideally you want a co-op, you know.
Until you have one evil person and then he ruins everything.
That's what happened to Mike Z's company. You know, the
Really?
people that made Skullgirls and Indivisible. I think the
didn't know
story,
that.
the reason why that company like exploded eventually, is because I think for a year they were like a year straight they were trying to get a co-op set up, and they kept talking to Mike Z because he owned the company. They were like, we want to all own the company together. You know, we want to all have an equal share and cut in the profit of the company. And have greater control over everything. And he was like, yeah, no, of course, yeah. And they were planning it. And then at one point, he was just like, nah, actually. And then in subsequent, so everybody that worked there was just like, okay, well, I'm going to leave that. That's the one thing that was keeping me here, was that the idea that we would all own the company. But now if we're not going to do that, I'm going to leave. And then it kind of blew up, Lab Z or whatever.
Well, you know,
Unfortunate.
one bad egg sometimes.
The guy that owned the company.
Yeah. I'll just own it for now, guys. We'll all own it later.
I mean,
okay?
I know you guys all want like an equal cut, but it's like you trust me though, don't you? Right? Like,
I'm gonna be like a
on.
benevolent dictator, you know.
I mean, there was also a lot of like sex pest accusations about him as well that didn't help. You know,
He
There
owned
was
the
a lot
company after all.
Yeah. So I think there was a lot of stuff stacked against them, but I think a big reason why a lot of people left was like, you promised us this one thing and we didn't get it, so we're out.
Well,
But yeah, Expedition 33.
Do seal of approval. Dead
I give it a
Ensign
seal of approval. I mean,
scene.
I finished the story, but there's a lot of side content left for me to do, and I plan to do it maybe all.
Ben
First
comes
game
back.
for a
This
very long
sucks.
time. Maybe if I fight the super secret boss and I go,
Yeah.
they don't know what they're doing.
Actually,
the
I
first
take it all
game
back.
in a long time where I've looked at the remaining like 17 achievements or whatever, and I've gone, yeah, fuck it, maybe I'll get those. I'm not like an achievement person, but I'm like, this seems like a good
You're not an
checklist
achievement hunter.
for me
That
to
went
be
under.
done. No, they're coming back, man.
They're coming
Remember?
back?
Rooster Teeth got bought back by Bernie. Did you not hear about this?
I didn't. I haven't seen. Are they making stuff like right now, or are
I
they
don't think
going
so. I
to
think
come back?
I think
Okay.
they're building stuff back up, but Bernie Burns
Bernie
purchased
Burns.
the company back from, is it Warner Bros or something?
Yeah, they're gonna make Laser Team again. Laser Team 3. Is it? Did they make a sequel for Laser Team?
I don't think
know.
they made a sequel.
They'll make Laser Team
Yeah, man, they'll make Ruby 2,
Ruby 2.
Ruby 2,
What else did they? What other animation?
Bread
did they?
versus 2.
Bread versus 2. Yes. Blue versus red, so it doesn't infringe. Maybe Warner Bros. Kept that one because they were like, "This is
I think
such
they
a
just
hot
got their
property."
shit back, man. I think they just own it again.
Yeah, they're doing.
I think, I think Ruby is the only one they didn't get back.
yeah,
I bet
they're
they
doing
wanna get it back, I don't know.
Dropout, as it seems, right? Dropout, like the College Humor guys. They get the guy from College Humor bought all the stuff, and now
don't
he's
know.
running Dropout. Yeah.
I know Giant Bomb did the same thing as well. They like everybody left the company, and then they just bought the company back after they all left.
for $2. But yeah, we need to find something else though, like not a seal of approval. We have to get something else.
The Dead Ensigns mark of safety. We will protect it. We've just decided to become protectors of this thing. And if anybody says shit about it, we'll come in and we'll slay them.
Okay. Yeah. So does 28 years later also has a seal of protection? I
That's
guess,
had
'cause
my
you,
seal of protection until I went from when I finished that movie. From the moment I was bawling at the end of the movie in the cinema, every time I see somebody go like, it was pretty boring. The zombies were stupid. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking beat you
that's
with a fucking baseball bat.
that's the
The
only
movie
time.
espouses to the non-violence, but I don't care. I'm gonna fucking get you.
Well, let's do that. And the mark of safety for Claire Obscure. Claire Obscure. And the soundtrack, of course. You can get a
I mentioned it
vinyl
briefly
set.
when I was listing good stuff about it, but it's like, yeah, the soundtrack is phenomenal.
A vinyl
His first
set,
video game soundtrack, man. He was just some guy they found on SoundCloud. Like, straight up. The composer was like, they just found a guy who made, like, pieces they liked and were like, do you want to work on the game?
Well, it'd be like that sometime. Good thing that he went with the opportunity, because he could have had imposter syndrome.
True. He might have been dealing with it while making it. You know?
Not enough imposter syndrome dealing in this game, honestly.
True,
That might even take
actually.
it down a peg, honestly.
Well, I
feel
mean,
like.
Verso kind of had some imposter
That's
syndrome.
true. You're right. Actually, I take it back now. I take it back. But
Hear about this autism breakthrough. Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. To Dead Ensigns. Just to date, they know exactly what day we were recording the episode on, even though I said that the next day was Tuesday.
yeah.
Thanks for listening to Dead Ensigns, your number one France appreciation podcast. We love the great people of France. We love their mimes.
We love the Eiffel
We
Tower.
love their food. The Eiffel, the Tower de la Eiffel. The Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah, exactly. The Arc de Triomphe. The baguettes. Champagne. From the
Baguette.
Champagne region, of course.
Le mime.
Le mime. Yes.
Oh, gay Paris.
Cobblestone roads.
That bridge with all the locks on it.
The Love Bridge.
Cannes, the film festival.
Film festival, yeah, they do have that.
Cannes, the Star Trek character.
The Cannes, there you go. We got brought it back. Now we got the reference out of the way.
I've been Ben. This has been Max. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to check out our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Music, one of those, Amazon, many other podcast apps, all available.
Mm-hmm.
You can rate, you can save, and you can listen. A lot of them will allow you to leave a comment there as well now, so you can leave a comment there. If you don't want to leave a comment on those, though, you can always go to good old YouTube where you'll find us. Make sure to like and subscribe there as well while you're at it. But if you don't want to leave a comment, you can email us, deadensigns@gmail.com. That's deadensigns@gmail.com. There was a rumble upstairs between my pores there, and I can see it in the waveform.
Rumble.
It was perfectly timed. I paused, and then it was like, boom, boom, and then I continued.
Someone maybe died of a heart attack up there.
I've got two options to close the episode out, Max, okay?
Yeah.
They're both bad,
Mm-hmm.
but let me know which one you think we should go for, okay?
Yeah.
Right. I got, this is the first one. Those who come after, is a funny way to refer to my wife. Right?
Yeah.
Because I come first, you know?
Yeah. You
In
have
the
to,
relationship, in sex.
Mhm.
Or, flip side, those who come after, that's that's my nickname to all of my sexual partners. Because I satisfy them before I satisfy myself.
That's awesome. That feels
One is like sex positive, the other is like
misogynist
partner
in a way.
negative.
Yeah.
You know? Well, I mean, you could say, I said wife because it felt like it was appropriate, but you could say you just say sexual partner like I did with the second one, really,
That's true.
if you wanted to. What option do you think we should go for?
We should go for the. I was thinking about maybe. Do you think they're gonna make a game about podcasters next?
I hope. Do you think the podcasters in the Claire Obscure world are like the weakest faction?
Just
They've been
like,
extinct for years. They got wiped out like immediately.
yeah, it's just horribly not
They
even
live in the
danger.
sewers.
They live in the
They're
sewers,
malformed freaks that
eating
eat
rats.
fucking poop and rats in the sewer. The Podcasters Union.
Podcasters of the Claire Obscure. Oh no, my son is living in a waveform on Audacity. No.
Oh, brother.
Well,
all right,
I think we should
goodbye.
go sex positive.
All right,
Goodbye.
sex positive. Just remember the thing I said a minute ago, and that's the ending. All right, bye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.